Hi, I'm attorney and sales lead Siobhan Jones. Is your prospect in the mood? If they're not, then they won't do business with you. So every 2 weeks here on Mood Setters, I'm going to show you different ways to get your prospects in the mood to be receptive to you. Now, receptiveness is the key word. People are receptive to people they know. So one way to set the mood is to get known. Now, if you're in sales or business development, you know that cold calling is the absolute worst. I think the success rate is 1 to 2%. And even those yeses, they're from people who were going to buy anyway. They were in the market and you happened to call them at the precise right moment. So it's really nothing that you did that led to the sale. And those 98% rejections that you're getting, those no's weigh on your spirit and shake your confidence. And confidence is key to business development. It's magnetic, it draws people in. You also want to avoid those mass marketed emails, the form email that you send to everyone. You don't even know if they're in the market for your service. And then in some of those emails, I do procurement for my company as well. In some of those emails, people ask me for meetings as if I'm going to put a stranger on my calendar because they sent me a form email. That's crazy. It's ridiculous. You don't want to be ridiculous, do you? There are ways to get known without making a jerk of yourself. And that's what we're going to explore, starting with today's lesson. So today, we're going to make the first move by sending a proper email. A proper email contains 3 elements. 1, it tells who you are. 2, it tells what led you to reach out to this particular person. And 3, it tells why that person needs to know you. What's in it for them? If you have a strong connection to the person you're pursuing, your email is going to read a certain way versus if you have a weak connection. So right now, we're going to start with emails to prospects you have a strong connection with. And since it's an email, I'm just going to read it. I wrote one and I'm going to read it. This is for the strong connection. So I might say, for example, hello, I'm Siobhan Jones, the Director of Client Satisfaction at Big Law Firm, the real name of it. I'm reaching out to welcome you to your new role as tax counsel. Our firm has enjoyed a long relationship with your company. I hope you'll use me as a resource regarding your account history and your future plans. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time, and I hope you'll allow me to take you to lunch once you've settled in a bit. All my best, Siobhan. Now let's break down what we accomplished with that email, the who, the what, and the why. Who I am in this email is the Director of Client Satisfaction. That's an important role. And I'm at Big Law Firm, which apparently is a law firm that this company has worked with before. If not the tax counsel, the predecessor to this buyer, someone at this company has worked with this firm before. So that's who I am. What led me to reach out is I'm welcoming her to the new role of tax counsel. So I've learned that she's the tax counsel, and I'm calling to and I'm emailing or reaching out to welcome her to the role. And what's in it for her? Why does she need to know me? She needs to know me because I hold the history between her firm's tax work and the provider. I can tell her what's been going on there. I can guide her through what she might want to do in the future, what pitfalls she might want to avoid, and all of that is kind of captured in this email. Now, this email also contained a call to action. You don't necessarily need a call to action. You're a salesperson. Sometimes you like to leave the door open so that you can be the one to reach back out. Salesperson, business development, whatever you're comfortable with, right? Here, I actually did both. I used a call to action and I left myself the opportunity to reach out and follow up. I like to keep the ball sort of in my court. So I said, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. That's a call to action, a weak one. And then it says, I hope you'll allow me to take you to lunch once you've settled in. That's my way to circle back. That's my way to reconnect after she's read this email, should she not respond. Now, this particular email, as you'll see later in this video, is likely to get a response. But so that's how you do it. And the subject lines are very important when you're drafting emails. The subject line here is just message from Siobhan Jones at Big Law Firm. I can have that subject line because she's familiar with the name of the firm. Just pick any big firm, I don't know, White and Case, Baker and McKenzie, whatever. This is a firm that this particular person is familiar with. So she's going to open the email from someone from there. Okay? Now, I've been a sales trainer and a sales coach for some time, so I know what you're saying right now. It's easy to reach out when you have a strong connection. What do you do when you have a weak connection? Well, the process is still the same. You need to say 3 things in those emails as well. So I'm going to read you a pre-prepared email for someone where I have no connection. I might say, for example, hello, I'm Siobhan Jones of Tax Boutique Firm, the real name of it, and then put Tax Boutique. Congratulations on your appointment as tax counsel. Our firm works with a number of finance executives who have successfully made the transition from the Big Four. I'd be happy to connect you with some of them. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time, and I hope you'll allow me to buy you a cup of tea once you've settled in a bit. All my best, Siobhan. Now, let's do the same thing with this email that we did with the prior one. Break out the 3 elements to make sure that they're there. Who am I? I'm someone from a tax boutique, and she's the tax counsel. And I'm reaching out. Why did I pick her to reach out to? Why did I pick on her, right? I picked on her because she's a tax counsel, and I just heard she got the new job. And why would she want to know me? Why do I think she needs to know me? She needs to know me because I have this network that I can provide her with. She's in a new role. She's been on the revenue side of business before. She's been someone who needed to generate revenue, and now she's turned into the client. It's a whole new role for her. And what I'm telling her is I have I have not worked with her company before, but I've worked with a lot of executives who came from the Big Four accounting firms. And I can connect her with all of them so that they can be her resource as she transitions into the new role and tries to succeed in this new environment that's different from the one that she comes from. So I can be a huge resource to her. And that's what I've just communicated with this email. And then I also had a call to action. She could reach out to me at any time. And I left the ball in my court. But you'll notice I didn't offer to take her to lunch. She doesn't know me. She's not going to agree to have lunch with me. But she might agree to a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. I say tea because that's what I drink. And sometimes with a guy, I'll say coffee because I don't envision men sitting around sipping tea. But a woman might like that. So put cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever you're comfortable with. And the subject line here can't be Siobhan Jones from Tax Boutique because she doesn't know the Tax Boutique. She's not familiar with that particular firm. So my subject line would probably be Tax Executive Roundtable Invitation. See, that she's going to open. And the thing about subject lines, when you put a certain subject line that this is a tax executive roundtable invitation, that's what it needs to be when the person opens the email, because they're going to see your name in their inbox, and they're going to see the subject. And if you don't give what you promised in your email, they'll never open another one of your emails. You can't bait and switch. But this particular email is exactly what I said it was. I said I'd introduce her to a roundtable of executives. And that's what she's going to get when she clicks on that email, which she will. So the outcome of this exercise is that I've successfully established a very nascent relationship. And I've gotten this person in the mood to be receptive to further engagement from me. Now, at the beginning of this video, I told you I was an attorney and a sales lead. I am. I work at Sales for Lawyers, and we have our Rainmakers coaching and business development training program. And we teach you more about introductions, about getting known, about conversion, and everything else you want to know about business development. And you can find us on the internet at salesforlawyers.com. And until next time, we will discuss a new way to get known in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.